In the past few months, Korean celebrities have been making headlines for their bad smoking habits. The South Korean government believes that the sudden rise in the popularity of cigarettes is happening due to them being featured so heavily in recent K-dramas. The conversation is not new actually, as it started a few years ago when protesters pointed out how hypocritical South Korean regulations are. While drinking alcohol on TV and airing ads related to alcoholic beverages is allowed, smoking or cigarette placement are strictly prohibited. What's more, if a celebrity is seen smoking, it's very likely that they will face tremendous backlash and might even get canceled in some cases. According to the culture critic Jong Duk-hyun, South Korea used to be pretty strict about alcohol appearing on TV as well. In fact, Jong claims that if a host was shown having a drink on TV in the past, it used to be more likely a mistake or a slip-up. However, it all changed when TVN aired the show Grandpa's Over Flowers. This series aired for the first time in 2013, and ever since then, Korean TV channels started heavily producing shows that rely on the presence of alcohol. These shows are usually based around a few hosts or panelists who invite celebrity guests and offer them drinks. While these celebrities enjoy their beverage, they're more likely to share some behind-the-scenes crazy stories, and the public eats it up with a good laugh. Since these shows include many drinking scenes, it's easy for them to get sponsored by big alcohol brands and therefore earn a lot of money. Since alcohol is widely popular in Korea, it seems that the public isn't as stingy about it appearing on TV as they're with cigarettes and smoking scenes. In fact, it used to be a sort of a badge of honor to become a brand ambassador for various soju brands. K-pop idols and Korean actors would fight for this spot, and if they got an offer, they'd immediately accept it because they knew that their faces would be plastered all over South Korea with a soju bottle in their hand. At this point, it's almost impossible to watch a drama without there being a strange drunk scene where the main lead is overly emotional or is acting way too silly. For example, Queen of Tears included the infamous scene of Kim Soo-hyun acting very drunk earlier this year, and other dramas show actors drinking too many bottles of soju without there being any repercussions from the government. These dramas aren't the only issue when it comes to how Korea treats cigarettes, and on the other hand, how the government treats alcohol. In recent years, there has been a meteoric rise of YouTube shows and other small TV shows that rely solely on drinking one-on-one with their guests. At one point, these shows got so out of hand that even netizens started to criticize them, but the government remains lenient and instead focuses on the issue of smoking. The problem here, though, is that these shows are targeted towards a predominantly underage audience, which consists mainly of teenagers. That's why so much criticism has been aimed at these shows, because while Korea acts like cigarettes are the biggest evil, they're doing nothing to regulate their consumption of alcohol or the way it's presented. Instead, the government has decided to put even more emphasis on restricting cigarettes. And in February 2024, they started their campaign against the nicotine products that appear in K-dramas, not on TV, but on streaming platforms. This conversation started after Netflix aired Duna at the end of 2023, and the public complained about the amount of smoking scenes Bae Suzy had in the drama. Since the World Health Organization criticized streaming platforms for encouraging teens to smoke, the Korean government thought the situation was alarming as well. Therefore, when Duna aired, Korean media outlets immediately used the drama as an example of why smoking scenes should be limited. In fact, Suzy herself received a ton of criticism for smoking in the drama because she's seen with a cigarette in almost every single scene. Many even believed that she was a smoker in real life, and it left the public with a sour taste in their mouths. For those who don't know, South Korean actresses usually hide that they smoke because it can cause them to lose roles, as their seemingly innocent image gets shattered by an association with smoking, which is often considered dirty. While South Korea is calling for a ban on smoking in K-dramas, have you heard that the flavored air category is quickly becoming the leading alternative to vaping and smoking? It's a whole new movement towards better habits, led by the sponsor of today's video, Fume. Fume's award-winning device draws an amazing flavor directly to your mouth. What makes it stand out is that it has no vapor, no nicotine, no batteries, no toxic flavors, and it looks awesome due to its well-crafted design. There are plenty of flavors to choose from, such as crisp mint and orange vanilla. Anyone can pick the one that's right for them though, so don't be shy and try them out. Fume has served over 300,000 customers, and you can be the next success story. For a limited time, use the code MISSKDRAMA to get your free topper, which is the perfect accessory to your Fume device. It's chewable for those who love to fidget, and it's reusable, so slip it onto the mouthpiece for a softer, warmer feel. Head to tryfum.com and use code MISSKDRAMA or scan the QR code on screen to get your free Fume topper when you order your Journey Pack today. However, it's not only female actresses who receive backlash for being smokers. Male actors also avoid getting exposed for smoking at all costs. Even though smoking is pretty popular in Korea, it's heavily frowned upon in the public eye, and people see it as something that shouldn't be tied to public figures who have an influence on the youth. Sadly, the situation about the ban on smoking in K-dramas has gotten much worse. Since the whole conversation about using cigarettes in dramas that air on Netflix, Disney+, Prime Video, and other streaming platforms escalated, some Korean actors got exposed for smoking in real life as a result of the debate. This is usually bad for them, even if they just happen to get called out for it, but it's especially bad when they do it indoors. Since Korea is super strict about not letting people smoke indoors these days, the public gets easily outraged when a celebrity slip-ups and a photo or video of them gets leaked doing just the thing. Such is the case of Ji Chang-wook, who got exposed for vaping on the set of Welcome to Samdalri, a drama which he starred in this year. After JTBC published a behind-the-scenes video of the drama, eagle-eyed netizens noticed that in one of the clips, Chang-wook can be seen vaping. This mistake from JTBC happened probably because Chang-wook had his back to the camera, and the fact that he was using a vape was barely noticeable in the footage. Despite that, the short clip has gone viral in Korea and caused such turmoil that the actor was forced to apologize for this incident. His agency promised to take control of the matter and swore to make sure that such issues never occur again. Korean actor and singer Kyung-soo also found himself in the same situation after a clip of him smoking an electronic cigarette inside a waiting room at a music show caught the attention of the public. His situation escalated to the point that he was even fined because one netizen reported him to the police. Blackpink's Jennie has just recently faced the same problem because a video posted on her YouTube channel included a short scene which showed her vaping indoors. The outcry was so severe that she had to issue an apology through her agency and got called all the bad names one could think of. Of course, smoking indoors is awful and shouldn't be encouraged whatsoever, but it's still strange that the public is so enraged by it when topics such as harassment, harm, exploitation, and other disturbing themes are continuously romanticized in K-dramas. A commenter said it the best: "Why are they cracking down on smoking scenes when there are countless scenes of characters drinking excessively and engaging in violent acts every day? What a strange country. If they're going to censor smoking scenes, then they should also censor the heavy drinking scenes." The reason why it's so baffling that Korea is pushing for even stricter rules against smoking in K-dramas is that the country has severely decreased its number of active smokers. In 1998, 35.1% of the population identified as a smoker, and this number dropped to 17.7% in 2022. What's even stranger is that South Korea is one of the few countries that is planning to treat synthetic nicotine products as regular tobacco. They do all of this for an issue that is not that pressing, and they continuously put a band-aid over problems that urgently need addressing. Nevertheless, don't forget to try some of the amazing flavors from Fume with the code MISSKDRAMA to get a free topper.